Superstars. Hello, Fantasy Superstars. This is Mike, and welcome back to 5 Minutes of Fantasy Sports. So, we're still talking basketball. We're going to be talking basketball for a while since there might not be any baseball. We'll talk about that some other day. But I just wanted to show you a couple things, maybe suggestions for your team since the playoffs are right around the corner. Specifically, how to deal with injuries. So, you need to maybe check the settings of your league. But if you look at my team here, I've got 1, 2, 3 guys with the injured tag, and then Anthony Davis, who always has the game time decision tag. Someone called him GTD, Game Time Davis. I thought that was pretty funny. But he usually plays when he's game time, just for some reason they always mark him that. But I only have one IL plus spot, which means if I have a guy who gets injured and I already have a person there, I basically have to eat the other injuries as well. So it's kind of tough to figure out what to do with these injured guys. RJ Barrett, he has an ankle sprain. He's missed 3 games. He's going to miss tomorrow's game. They already said he's probably out until after the All-Star break. James Harden has already declared himself out until after the All-Star break. So if you only have like one IL spot like I do, it makes it tough, especially if it's going to be like this week. If I win this week, actually the guy in third place, I'm tied with another guy. I'm technically in third place and he's in second. But if I beat him by a game this week, then I get the bye going into the playoffs. And that's pretty important, especially if you have guys who need a little bit of extra rest. Possibly, you always want to try to advance to the quarterfinals if you can, as easily as possible. Actually, I guess that would be the semifinals, huh? Because only 6 teams make the playoffs in my league. So anyway, taking a look at my team here, I did make one move. I had Claxton on my roster, and then he was healthy, and he got a scratch last game. So what I did is I got rid of Claxton, and he was kind of on my ready-to-cut list. And instead I picked up LaMarcus Aldridge. So he's getting some consistent minutes. He's back healthy. When he plays, he's always good for at least 10 points and 6 or 7 rebounds. So his season average is 13.6, 5.7, and then about an assist. Maybe a block if you're lucky. He does sometimes get a few blocks here and there. And he shoots a decent percentage as well. So, he's not going to be an all-star or anything like that, but he's a solid performer. I don't see his minutes going up or anything, especially with Drummond getting the starting position. Steve Nash could just be messing with it too. Like he could start Claxton more, but Claxton is more of a kind of alley-oop guy. He's not really someone who has his own shot. I think moving forward, the Nets are going to rely on Aldridge a little bit more. They might play him even next to Drummond because Drummond is a guy who's in the middle a lot. LaMarcus has a bit of a mid-range shot. So anyway, I like this pickup for my team. I think it's going to be good long-term as well. So there's some news that came out on Paul George tonight. Paul George is available in my league. They're hoping he's going to get an MRI on his knee, and if everything comes back clean, he gets the MRI, I think they said the 22nd. Let me actually double-check that for the people who are listening and want accurate information. Paul George, here we go. See if they've updated it for him. Nope, they have not. I'll Google it. Paul George MRI update. February 24th, he's getting an MRI on his elbow, not his knee. His elbow is what's messed up. So anyway, he's going to get that. And if it comes back clean, he could be back in a couple weeks from then. So the 24th is, what day is the 24th? That's next Thursday. And then he'll be back, they said, in maybe 2 weeks from that. So we're still talking, for me, my playoffs start on the 28th. And the 7th is the semifinals. And then the week after that, the 14th is the finals. So for me, I would get him for a week or 2. If I get the bye, he might be someone I add and leave on my IR just because he'd be worth it to get back even, only playing 20 minutes. He's really good, and he could be a solid person for your team. So you want to try to keep your ear to the ground for updates like that. It does prove to be useful. You can see all these injured players here that are out pretty much for the rest of the season. Alex Caruso was a sad one for me. I was looking forward to him coming back. Even guys who aren't injured, I guess. But yeah, so always stay on top of the news. Let's see what's going on with Gafford here. Gafford is ruled out for Wednesday's game. I don't know what happened to Gafford. He's pretty much not going to get many minutes either because Porzingis is coming back to the Wizards. I almost called them the Bullets. Flashback. All right, so anyway, that's basically all for today. I would suggest taking a look at people who are available like LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't see Blake Griffin getting a lot of minutes. He'll probably pick up between 10 and 15. It's mostly going to be Drummond and Aldridge. If Nash wants to go big, he might put... Oh, well, it'll be hard to see all three of them in there together, but he would probably put Drummond possibly with Aldridge. Even though they usually both play center, Aldridge could slide to the 4 and possibly play over there and, get a little more, space things out a little bit more and maybe get some more rebounding on the team. So anyway, I think we'll call it there. Stay up to date with basketball. Playoffs are coming around the corner. All-Star game should be fun this year. It's kind of poor James Harden, man. He was getting railed on by KD and LeBron. I don't know if you saw that or not, but he decided he's not going to play in the All-Star game. So I don't know if that's like to get back at them or what, but it was kind of a funny situation. LeBron holding the clipboard in front of his face because he was laughing so hard. So anyway, a little bit of drama. And keeps things interesting. All right, so we'll end it there, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.